This video is for new students and veteran students alike. How to be successful at TOPS, or how to win at school and work. Don't procrastinate. This is the single most important maxim for your time at TOPS. The longer you put off an assignment, the less time you'll have to complete it. The less time you'll have to make sure it's quality. You're essentially reducing the odds that you'll do a good job because most people don't do their best job the first time. Also, it increases the stress you have even when you're just sitting around having a lazy Monday because all of that work that has to be done is still in the back of your head and it's sitting there telling you to do it. Also, you might misjudge exactly how long it'll take you to complete some assignments, leaving you with no time at all to do other assignments. So, procrastination leads to either absences or low grades or both. And you won't last long at TOPS if you procrastinate, unfortunately. Also, it's very common. So don't be common. Don't procrastinate. So make a schedule and stick to it. This is something that successful people do everywhere in all walks of life. You know when you have time to work and when you do your best work. So make your schedule in a way that makes sense to you. Are you an early riser? Then get up early and start your work. Like to sleep in? Then do that and get started on your work. The point is to have your work time scheduled so that you actually do it. This will keep you from spending 3 hours on building settlements in Fallout or a gigantic castle full of sheep in Minecraft, and will instead keep you in line so that you have time to discuss the finer points of Beowulf with your classmates. An ideal schedule is something in each class every single day. Don't do just one class on Monday, one class on Tuesday. Do a little bit of each class every day. Make a schedule and stick to it. And if you want me to make a schedule for you, I'd be glad to do that. Talk to your teachers. I know, it sounds weird, right? Actually talking to teachers, but that's what makes TOPS special. You should want to talk to your teachers. I've kind of heard it all by now, but some of the crazy things I've heard pretty often. For example, I've had students tell me, well, I don't want to bother my teacher with questions. Or, I didn't want to ask a question because I was afraid I would look dumb. Or, I asked them a question last week and it took them over an hour to get back to me. Folks, your teachers want you to ask questions. They're sitting around in their office hours wanting you to chat them up, ask questions, get help. They're waiting for you to email them and ask them about something you didn't understand. This is their job. Let them do it. Ask questions. By the way, if you're afraid of looking dumb, then you should probably ask questions because it's pretty dumb to make bad grades or not get work turned in because you're afraid of asking a question. That's what's truly dumb in this situation. Take notes on videos and readings. Be active in everything you do. Don't be a shield, be a sword. In other words, take responsibility for your own learning. It isn't the same as a traditional classroom where you can stop the teacher and ask questions, but it has its own advantages. Because you can stop videos, take notes, go back and listen to sections again, reread, stop, and Google. You need to make sure you get everything you can out of what you're doing, because what really matters is that you learn what you're supposed to be learning. Fight instead of flight. At TOPS, there's a strange phenomenon that happens with online students. They'll get behind for one reason or another, and instead of working overtime to get caught back up, they'll just stop working altogether. They hide it from their parents, intercept emails and phone calls from the school for a few weeks until they're so far behind, there's no way they can get caught back up. We call this turtling, and successful students don't do it. When successful students get behind, they stop at nothing to get caught back up as soon as they can. The biggest part of that is communicating with teachers, letting them know what's going on. If, for whatever reason, it's the student's fault that they're behind, like they just didn't do work for a week, they own up to it, and then try to make up for it, instead of hiding and being ashamed about it. So if you want to be successful, don't turtle, don't hide, don't run. Fight, work until you get caught up. Make a connection. Successful students at TOPS feel part of the TOPS community. They have connected to the school in some way, whether it's through making friends with other students, getting to know their teachers, or just being an ambassador for TOPS in general. Successful students are connected to the school. While we want to give you opportunities to do this, it's up to you to do it. Many students make friends and then organize outings or Google Hangouts if other students are in other parts of the state. Some students just get into the work and learning and connect that way. The great thing about TOPS is the social stuff is totally on demand and not forced on you. But it's up to you to find a way to connect to the school and feel part of something bigger than yourself.